Generic greetings and welcome back once again to PC Overheating Simulator. Today's beverage is a very nice nettle tea. So welcome back to the game, and well, you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail. We are going to research land expansion because in a previous video we discussed a lot of changes. So there's been changes made by like adding extra parole, and we did some more security stuff, obviously more over here with barbed wire, which sadly is going to become redundant with that expansion. So time a bit wasted there. Either way, we did manage to make some hopefully improvements throughout the facility, and well, I did ask, do you want to expand? And it was an overwhelming yes. Expand to the right and basically move all of this staff only area over there, do all of the green power stuff. There was also follow-ups to say, oh, go do bakery and things like that and farming. No, we won't be doing that. That was never in the original idea. I appreciate that it would be a nice completion thing to do, but there's just no realistic way to safely transport this amount of prisoners to the other side. I know we can use walkways or redesign this, but I think the middle ground is to basically have it so that all of this left-hand side here is removed and then not cloned, because we can make nice changes as we move it over to the right-hand side, and basically put it over there and then have all of this as additional rooms for, well, I'm guessing solitary, because if we look at that, that is... Yes, a lot of people who are in solitary will have to probably expand on that, which is somewhat ironic since we've just removed like about a third of it, maybe a bit more. Anyway, yes, so we can have lots of changes there. We can add in things like a mail room, expand the library, may even look at potentially getting in more parole, but we'll see how we get on. And yes, we also have some new categories of prisoner. We are on, I believe it's 400 and change for the normal / medium category of prisoner. Yes, we have 198 at the moment. The maximum capacity is 404. So let's see what happens there. We're on 8% for the land expansion. Let me just speed it up a little bit. And in terms of money, we've got more than enough to crack on with our building. And well, yes, see all this barbed wire that we placed? That's gonna have to be removed, sadly. It's it was a good idea at the time before obviously we discussed the expansion. Oh, look at that, we can only get a certain way with that. That's interesting. Yeah, you can only go to about there and then it stops. So how many can you select? You can select 30 in one go. That is curious. So we're dismantling all of this. We might go ahead and probably put in some. We might put in extra. I'm not too sure. Like later on, we could place that. Actually, where can we place that? We can't place that anywhere because the rest of it is indoors. So a bit of a shame, that one. Anyway, they're going to dismantle that and we'll put that in some sort of storage. Actually, what I'll probably do is just sell the whole thing because, like I say, we're not going to need it. There is the intake there. So bank balance is increasing, which is good. Cash flow is great. We can buy some shares. Yes, we can. We could do that, but that would put us into, 271,060 generic units of currency to purchase those shares. So, well, that ain't going to cut it, is it? Let's go over to objects and down to the bottom and sell object and just sell all of those. Nope, that's apparently not a thing. They have to shift it, do they? I think so. I think they do have to shift it. Alright, well, I'll wait for them to crack on removing that. Those ones aren't even installed, so I might as well cancel the installation of those. We've got these ones to dismantle as well. Our workers are indeed overworked. And lots of intake there. There's something kicking off here. Yes, it's a little bit of a clean-up required. Seems to be Sean Drummer there. And they've got a couple of hours of, solitary as well. Wow, because they've been fighting. So yes, moving everything from left-hand side to the right-hand side, this is going to be a very, very big overhaul, but we will be able to make some changes. So, for example, at the moment in the centre, we have our guard room, which has got all the CCTV monitors and door control systems. I am not looking forward to rewiring all of those, but, well, this is what's being requested, so we will try it. So we're going to move those over to the right-hand side, but we're not going to put it right in the middle. What we're going to have is most likely a central corridor going in and then up, and it'll be a gap of 2 because we have pretty much unlimited space on the right-hand side. And then we'll have most likely a kennel right next to it so that the kennel is more centralised rather than down here. Not that this distance is... It's a drop in the ocean compared to the rest of the walk that they have to endure, but... Still, it's what we're going to do. Prison grading, 29%. It says reduce the reoffending rate to 30%. If we check out the... Where is it? Reform, we're on 36%. Punishment and reform is on 5 out of 10. Work experience, 1 out of 10. Security, 1 out of... well, it's basically 6 out of 10. And health is 4 out of 10. So it's not ideal, but... We've certainly seen a lot worse, and considering the challenges that we face with this facility, I think we'll take that as an okay thing. Looks like looks like a lot of this stuff has been sorted. For some reason, these toilets have not been dismantled, but we'll sort that out now. That's going to be placed in. I'm guessing that little bit of flooring is scheduled. I think it is. It is. It is. What about down here? We'll have a look at that one, and yep, they are cracking on with all of that. The visitor... Actually, that's legit now. I think we can probably go ahead and check out our programs, and let's just see. I'm going to click a couple of parole... Darn it, I clicked it and it moved it down. That is not what I wanted. I probably have removed something extra there, so start. Just going to go down, and yep, it's in the queue. Okay, so we're just going to keep pressing the button until basically when we scroll down it says that there is no more room. Nope, it's still going. So how many more can we add? It's going to be quite ridiculous amount of parole hearings we're running, but then we have to go through all of these as part of our... Oh, there we go. The rest is unscheduled. Oh yes, and now I have to go down and click stop, and then it resets the bar. Okay, so about there on the right hand side. Although to be fair, removing those... That's not a legitimate tunnel, no. I'm removing those. This one is yet to be finished. So once that's in, actually, it might work out all right. Okay, good. So we have, at the moment, 256 medium security prisoners. Maximum capacity is 404. We are going to go for low, medium, high, and... Yes, deity forbid a supermax area on this side, but that's going to be something we do gradually. I want to test with the medium category inmates first to see what effect that has, and then move over from there. Do I want to get some more guards? We have 60 available and 7. No, we've got enough available, I think. Yeah, I think. Anyway, how are we doing for bureaucracy? 45% on that one, and there is... Oh yeah, there's loads of stuff that's been moved over, and don't say the barbed wire can't be sold. Sell object. No, barbed wire cannot be sold. So am I going to have to go to each individual one and dump it? Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to have to do. I mean, I'm not going to. Most likely, we're just going to leave it in storage. I'll do it in between episodes, probably. Anyway, we can see, obviously, lots of deliveries here, all working sort of okay, apart from the noteworthy issues with performance, but there you are. We have 8 prisoners unable to be assigned to a cell. I'm not too sure that's actually the case. They will be moved over eventually. There is lots of space, so... It's probably just they haven't got around to it, the guards, I mean. So that's all fine. In terms of needs, we'll have a quick look at that while we are waiting. There is some critical sleep needs. That's a word now. There's some critical sleep needs, and those are getting fulfilled now. I'm guessing it's just the intake, the recent intake, so that's fine. I'm sure I saw a taser shot over here, and yes, I did. And that person is a higher category of prisoner. That's the Stig, apparently. He's maximum security. Let me just change that to medium, and that means we're going to have to look at our policy. So, over to our policy, and we're going to have... Where is it? This one. And I think we're going to... Yeah, these are all the same. So, match with minimum. Match with minimum. So those all are the same now. Yeah, so we don't move people a different category. Let me just go to prisoners here, and there is one max sec. So this is Prisoner Hill. Mark Hill, we're just going to change you over to medium security, and there we go. That's probably just a little holdout from when we had the default set. So they've caused some sort of event, probably fighting. Actually, it would have been, I'm guessing, could have been murder, could have been even something less than that to have them moved category, but still, there we go. 68% for our land expansion, and, well, oh my good grief, all of the barbed wire we can possibly hope for just sitting here. I'll do it incrementally. At least the workers coming along and actually cracking on with that one. I mean, I'm sure this is absolutely riveting stuff here. Dumping boxes and boxes of barbed wire. But yes, it's that or we do nothing, because at the end of the day, we are simply waiting for the expansion, and we are going to go for it straight away. Oh, there's some nice early prisoner release. I'm just looking forward to the absolute fine that we're going to get in but a moment. And there's even more early prisoner release, which is all good. Wow, I clicked on that box and it took about 2 seconds to actually cycle over to it. There we go. That happens actually in the game without all of the additional hassle that nearly 1,500 prisoners brings when it comes to performance. And, well, I think there's enough of that barbed wire. This perimeter wall, I know we spent ages putting it in, but I don't know if we're going to remove it. I don't think we need to move it, actually. You know what I'll do? I was going to immediately, from here, I was going to have it building right across, but we don't need to do that. We can expand and have a building around there instead. I think we can, yeah, that's what we'll do. So we'll have, probably from here, we'll have a standard wall going around the outside. That's just standard procedure. But after that, most likely, we'll just be able to... Yeah, I think we'll just be able to have like a building, like an administration building, essentially. It doesn't need to be bolted onto the side of anything in particular. So, there you go. 85% for land expansion. And then, well, the fun begins. And there's a lot of barbed wire getting dumped and removed. There's also lots of pop-ups as well, saying things is going on in the prison. The one I care about pop-up wise is, oh look, there's a tunnel, and that's the one that we have to be worried about. What I'm going to do is, after that, go to programs, reschedule all programs, and ooh, that was a noticeable stoppage of game there, and look like that's actually all working. Let me just add a couple more paroles then, and oh no, there you go. So literally the right amount of parole is in there. Can we do more like foundation education? We cannot. What about the maybe pharmacological treatment of drug addiction? Yeah, we can run more of those. Only one more is required. Alcoholics group, I don't think we need to run any more. No, that's fine. Parole hearing, there's just how many? 414 in the queue. 37% pass rate. Spiritual guidance, we can not run any more of that. If we go down to animal therapy, perhaps, or solar panel development is running fine. Yeah, we can't run any more of those. Go down to the bottom, we've got animal therapy, absolutely full. Yeah, that's full as well. Basically, there's nothing else we can run because it's just all completely jammed up. But that's something we can look at. Knowing we need extra capacity there, we can probably add some more things in the staff area that are going to be shifted, so we can add in even just another 2 or 3 meeting rooms will be fine. The perfect place for meeting rooms is these power stations, which will eventually be retired. The plan is to run the entire facility off green energy, but I have no idea how I'm going to do that. What I might do is remove one of them from the grid. I'm probably going to go with this one, simply because that can immediately become a meeting room, because it's right next to the other ones. And apparently they've left the animal therapy container there next to some license plates. I have no idea what's going on there. Anyway, yes, connect up this grid for green energy, run that for a while, and then go from there. But quite frankly, with the amount of money we have, a couple of things can happen. Firstly, in terms of our Finances, no. Valuation, we can buy some shares. There we go. We've bought some more shares. So we now own 90% of the facility. And I believe that noise is... Oh, no, I was going to say land expansion's completed. We're on 96%. Excellent. Just going to check our intake. And it is fill capacity. Yes, that's fine. Fill capacity rather than the other one, which is just total number per day, which doesn't account for the amount of capacity you have, which incidentally is 404. So we're still not going to be maxed out when prisons turn up tomorrow, although with the minimum as well, we're receiving 150 prisoners, it says there, but it says 100 there. So are we just waiting for is it just backlog? I'm not too sure. What I am sure is we can probably dump some more barbed wire, although a lot of this will have been ordered previously and it's difficult to see exactly where. So that's all done. Those are all done. Workers are coming along. Yep, they're cracking on with all of that. The question is, do we buy more? Do we buy more staff in? I'm not sure. Bit of fighting going on here. Let's guard response this thing. Nightingale is getting attacked. Oh, lots of alerts from the camera there. Couple of unknown traits. It's likely that one of these people... Oh, there's a snitch. Yeah, we do have a snitch. Or we did. It's likely that they could have that trait. Looks like Fearless is making making so that they're not stopping fighting. Well, they have done now. Anyway, over to the right-hand side, it says 80 grand. Oh, so actually, selling the shares means that we... Oh, sorry, buying shares means that we don't have enough money to expand. Let's just take a 50 grand bank loan and... Okay. Okay, genuinely thought the game had actually stopped for a moment there. So let's go to planning and to the walls here, and let's plan off what we can do. So this is our main wall around the outside. Let me just max speed out to go to daytime, because otherwise it's just not something you can really see at the moment. So we're going to have some doors in here, and then that'll come into an area that is, well, what's the internals of this? Ideally, it wants to be this. It wants to be this, but twice as big. So 16 internals. Do we want to have 16 internal? Let's go for there, and then 16, and then along there. Is that possible? Well, very much so. Do we even need that size? No, we don't. But look at the space that we have. That was all going to be green energy. So there is no issue in the slightest in doing this. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be short on space. Although, looking at it, I mean, is that... Do we go further than that? I do want this as separate buildings, so we'll do that. Yeah, do we just have an entrance there, these two buildings here? Do we go even bigger and have like an internal of 20? Yeah, go on, let's do that. There's no reason why we can't. And... oh, performance is really starting to struggle now. I'm guessing it's because of the land expansion as well. And, you know, the 1,500 prisoners that are now pathing, which is probably where a lot of the... Oh, hang on. There's an error along here somewhere. That is internal 20, so yes, it has to be there. Okay, so let's see, what are we going to have? So we want a kennel, and it's going to be 20 by 20 internals. There's the 20 by 20 internals. What's going on over here? Fighting. And alarms. But, there we go. So 20 by 20, that's a nice size there. Same again for this, which is going to be the security room. Does it need to be this big? No. Are we going to use the space? Most likely not. It's going to be quite impressive, hopefully. So there's that. And then we need a... Well, put this way, all of this area here, which is a mix between a staff room and offices, the offices we're just going to put in... Well, the offices are going to be, what, it's 4 by 4, the offices. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And same again on this side. There's, that's actually 4 by 5. It's actually a bit too big. Should we make them more impressive offices? Seems rude not to. Internals of 5? Why not? Let's make them 5 by 5. Okay, let's do that. And it only needs to be... I think we only need 6 officers, don't we? One thing we can do is behavioural therapy, but that requires officers over here. So we may actually repurpose these for that. Haven't yet decided. I'm just going to put in some added officers here, like just in case, and it is literally a just in case type thing. There's the entrance to that. So we can have doors and doors. Let's place that in. So doors there, doors there. We're going to have doors in here and in here. Although more centralised would be better. Is that centralised? Let's double check. Even planning's difficult. 10 and 10. Perfect. So doors. There's that. So you'd have to go through the kennel to get into whatever this room is. This room, this could be a staff room. And do we want a staff room either side? I mean, does it really matter if we have a staff room either side? I mean, I would like a staff room either side, but I don't think we need that size. Although when you consider the kitchen needs to go in for washing, basically. And then the canteen. You know what? This is going to be kitchen and canteen, as is this one. So let's just double check that. We're going to do a couple of things, actually. We're going to have in 6 by however long that is. What's the current kitchen? The current kitchen is 5 by 8. So the new one's going to be 6 by 10, like that. That's going to be the kitchen. We're going to have doors there and doors there. This can be like a... Could have a toilet, staff toilet in here. Not like that, we can't. So these are going to be like the cubicles. Or it's best to do it this way. Like that one and that one and that one. Oh yeah, we could do it that way. That's better. There we go. So that's like the toilet, which we probably won't have that. And then, well, same thing down here, isn't it? So it's from here, it's down by 6. It's long. Then we've got in all of the walls. By the way, the bits that you see going missing there is not me misclicking. It's the game lagging out. As in, if I let go there but move the mouse back, it doesn't register until further back, which is ridiculous. Right, let's put those in here and those in there. The walls, as I said, are going to go like... Oh, good grief. Walls like that. See what I mean there? Like, just... Alright. So, there's the toilets, which probably won't have doors on, realistically. And this is... What internal is this from that wall? It's 18. I'm not going to obviously plan off that, but 18 to there. Going to go along. What are we missing? So, over here, we have kitchen, staff canteen and kitchen, lots of more amenities. Up the top, we've got the staff area. We might even put a little staff room in the middle, haven't yet decided. So it's going to be kennel and security room. So basically, all this done, all of this done, all of that done. I don't know why I'm making a tick with the mouse. That's going to stay, and that's going to move, that's going to move. And just the armory, basically. So this thing here, it's not going to be the armory of... Well, sorry, it is going to be the armory. It's just doesn't need to be that size. It really doesn't. Okay, one last thing then before we finish off. Wind-solar hybrids. So this is something that we can place in, and, well, do I want to run a full row of these? Yes, I do, but I've ran out of money. So we're going to run some wind-solar hybrids right to the end. Actually, I'm going to remove them because it's going to be down here where they're going to go. So there's the wind-solar hybrids, and... You know what? We might just change all this to forestry and just make all of the money. Yeah, so we do need a transformer and we need batteries. That's a good question, actually. We can run this entire facility off one grid, green energy grid, should I say. That is possible. However, we could make 2 big rows of these things. Just going to remove those. Yeah, we could make 2 big rows, connect them to the transformer with the batteries and the backup generators and all of that, and then power this grid here. The next one will plug in up the top there, and then run cables to run the others. We could probably do something like that, but I think realistically, if we're spending all the time doing this, we might as well just basically get as many wind-solar hybrids as possible, connect the grid up to 1, then we can get rid of all of these, which we would do anyway, even if it was, like, say, that separate bit that I've just mentioned. All right, we are going to leave it there. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. The change is underway. So, in the next episode, I would like to, at minimum, get a wall around this place. But, I mean, at the moment, there's no access to it apart from around here, so it's not really a security problem. But I would like to get the wall around this place, and then definitely get the wind solar hybrids hooked up and start testing the green energy stuff, just because it's a bit different from some of the rest of this. And oh my good grief, that barbed wire needs to absolutely shift. Yeah, I do think we might hire some more workers, even though we did fire lots of them because we thought that was going to be the end of the build, which it has proven not to be the case. Okay, yeah, so we'll see how we get on in the next episode, and bit of a discussion there. Oh, is that prison moved up to the Super Max? What am I missing here? Policy. Nothing in there. This one. Nothing in there. This one. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Huh. I don't know what went on. Just a legacy thing, maybe. Alright, as I said, we're going to leave there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. As always, comments in the comments. Let me know what you think in terms of the design, the expansions, what we can do with this area. As I said, I know there's some request to make some bakeries and farming and things like that. It's not within the extension remit, I think is the generous way to say it. This is, as I said, moving all of the stuff from the left-hand side to the right. That's all the staff-only area. Doubling down on the amount of things we can provide to the inmates, so more parole, more solitary probably, more whatever that is, if that's indeed desired. And yeah, that's the overall idea. Either way, let me know what you think, and as always, we'll go from there. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.